What's up guys, we're back at it again. We're working on Ryan's truck today. Kinda hasn't done anything to his truck in a while. There's a couple things he's been wanting to do, but he didn't know the correct order he wanted to do it in. He's been wanting to get the truck on E for a while, and he finally just pulled the trigger on a E85 flex fuel sensor. So we're gonna go ahead and install that today, and then either another video or at the end of this video, we're gonna get it tuned. We're gonna take it up to Northern Performance in Gaylord, Kenny Dangler, and he's gonna tune it for E. So hopefully should give him a little bit more power, and he's running 15.2s with his truck, and it's cammed. If you guys don't know, it's cammed, full bolt on, pretty much tuned on 93. He's gonna throw it on E and hopefully bring him from a 15.2, hopefully get him to the 14s. So we're gonna see what it entails a flex fuel sensor kit for this 11 Silverado and go from there. So this is this is the whole thing, eh?
This is all of it. This whole thing.
Where's it from?
DSX tuning. Bearing's really nice on it too. Like, it's all, the connectors are booted, which is really nice. It keeps dirt and moisture out of the wires. It's got really nice, like, kind of braided sleeving on it. Then this wire goes down to the PCM, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
Real easy.
Just
we think.
A sensor to tell it, which this thing already was E85 capable.
Yeah, it was flex fuel capable from factory, but it doesn't have a flex fuel sensor from factory. It uses fuel mass to see how much alcohol is in the fuel. This actually measures how much alcohol is really in the fuel, not guessing at it like the factory did. The factory didn't guess at it, but it was estimating it off other factors.
And Kenny said before you tune it for E, he wanted you to have one of these on it.
He said he can tune it for E without it, but it makes it a lot easier to tune it with that. It saves a significant amount of time. It's like it's 10 minutes doing that, or it's like an hour or two the other way.
Or just sit right back there.
It sits right where the factory fuel line connection is. Which
I think it'll look sick in there, honestly.
As long as it covers up my manifold more, because anything to cover that thing up looks better.
How much was this thing?
$300.
Yeah, 300 bucks, like off their website.
Yeah, from their website. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else. I just went on their website and got it just because I'm like, well, I know I can get it here, so. See how good their 3D printed fuel line disconnect works.
That's right, they gave you that, right?
Yeah, it comes on the sensor. I didn't expect it, but I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. Well, works pretty good. Ah!
Nah, you're losing a lot. There's 20 bucks right there you just lost. Well, yeah, if you couldn't tell, you gotta disconnect the fuel line rail, yeah. Obviously. It sits on the fuel rail back there. So what's this plug into?
One of the coil packs. It basically it's picking up power and ground off of a coil pack.
Oh, so it's like
it's just a jumper harness.
So is that all it plugs into?
Yep. Wow, that actually honestly looks better there. You gotta be shitting. There.
That takes care of that. Wow, that's literally it.
Yeah, and then we gotta pin this wire into the PCM.
Alright, so yeah, plugs into the fuel rail.
It's really pretty self-explanatory.
Plugs into the fuel rail, and then the wiring basically is acts as a jumper harness for the coil, so it gets
and you run this
power,
and
then
PCM.
Yeah, you take this wire and
pin it in the PCM. One of those two connectors. Let's see which one.
It does come with directions. Yeah, you need to know where it goes.
Well ventilated area. Yep.
Tell you what pin to go in.
Yep. Pin 40. There we go. So you gotta pull, the way these connectors work, this is the back half of it. I see these two tabs, those lock on to the back of them.
Your right hand's on.
They lock onto the back of the connector here, like just a clamshell cover this piece here. Then this piece goes on the front. In here it snaps in like that. And when that goes on there, it locks. There's little tabs, you probably can't see them, where those blue plugs are, see those little fingers? That's what holds the pin into place. And when this tab goes on, it goes in between that finger and then this edge of the connector right here to keep those tabs from being able to push out and unlock the connector, or unlock the pin from the slot. That's the lock that locks them in. Trying to take care of here. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna wrap it around. Now, let's gotta find what pin it is. So the bottom row, so if you look here, this is how the pins are numbered. This top corner there is 1, and this bottom corner is 72. So if you can count backwards from, so it's pin 40, so this is this third row from the bottom, or third row from the top. It starts at 33 here, so if you go 34, 35, 36, and then count to 40, you should be in the right spot. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, 40. Here's the tricky part. So you gotta
Find it on the backside.
Yeah, you gotta find it on the backside. Is there a cavity plug in there? There sure is.
Oh, did you just do a random one?
Oh yeah. Okay, so you can actually see it now. If you look right here, really close, it might be hard to see on camera.
Here, I might have to hold it so I can
see those 2 blue plugs.
Yeah, so
right next to them, there's 2 black spots in the connector, and those are blanking plugs, so that when the harness is all covered up in that, there's actually a seal underneath that plug. There's a seal inside here that seals all the pins in the connector too. And when those plugs aren't there, there's just an open cavity, so it can actually get moisture in the connector. But when you put the pin in there, there's a seal that wraps around it. But anyway, you knock that little black plastic plug out, and you really don't have to knock it out hard. You just push on it with a sharp pick, and it knocks it out. And if you look on this side here, it's on this pin right here at the very end of my thumb, next to that, right to the right of that terminal. See that little round looking black plastic piece? It might be really hard to see on camera. It's just to the right. This is a cavity next, right to the right of that single pin. You can kind of see it, because look at the spot to the right of that, where it would be, and there's nothing there. That's the actual blanking plug. So if I continue...
Some of them have this
a little blue plug
cavity plug in it.
Yeah.
And then some are just, it's part of the plastic mold.
Yeah.
And you can just take a pick, something sharp, and it'll poke right out.
I'm using this little terminal tool to actually push that tab all the way out. Oh, that cry. Oh, it fell right on the ground.
The black piece?
Yeah. When you hear that click, it actually locked into the connector. And what you want to check too is, make sure, if you look really closely, there's actually a fold in that pin, and that fold's important because it has to be indexed that way, the same as the other pins, or it won't lock in properly. Because that's what, that little fold in it actually is what keeps tension on the pins in the PCM, and it determines the shape of it that actually allows it to lock into the PCM. Now,
so again, when you see this, and you go in there and the cavity, or the pin 40 you need has a black molding over it, it'll poke right out.
See if it fell forward.
It's black. So there's some blue ones like those 2 right there, but it's a black piece, and it'll pop right out.
That's all it is. It's literally
it's longer
a little
than I
black
expected.
Yeah. That's why I can see it. It's a little black cylinder. It's just goes to take the spot of the pin.
Yeah.
It's not used because GM uses this processor or this PCM for a ton of different vehicles. But in this case, like maybe it's out of a CTSV or something, where it has sensors for boost, or it has sensors for other stuff, or it has other stuff in it that this truck just doesn't have. That's what those extra cavity holes are for. take this and click it back in there, and it locks all those terminals so you can't haul out. Then it locks it in the connector. You take your little back half shell here. Actually, it's really simple. You just hook it in the front right here. Alright, push it down, and it locks in. There you go. And just like that, it's back to the way factory was. And I'm going to wrap up this wire with some electrical tape and that.
Yep. Good, what I see. Yeah, he's putting it back there. Now, it's been a couple, I'd say a month later since I last recorded. We were at Northern Performance, Kenny Dangler, Northern Performance in Gaylord, Michigan. And we're gonna tune this truck for E85. So as you guys just saw in the last couple of clips, we threw the E85 flex fuel sensor in, and now we're gonna street tune it for E. So what are you doing first, getting the baseline done?
I think so.
All right, so a little sneak peek. We just got done tuning that. Oh, we didn't do anything, but just got done getting that tuned. Now we're tuning this for E85. So we're gonna go for a little ride along. Like you've done this time or two.
I felt a little bit better.
Alright guys, so we got the truck tuned and everything. I just wanted to spend a minute or two kind of going with Ryan for him. It's been like a week and a half since we did that. So I want to just kind of, we're gonna go for a ride with Ryan, and we're gonna do another rip and whatever, and he's gonna go through what he's noticed differences, torque, mileage, horsepower difference that he's noticed, all that kind of stuff.
Scale pound per second.
So have you noticed anything different?
It feels torqueier.
Is it?
It's kind of, maybe it's all in my head too, but it feels like more mid-range torque in a sense. We're just driving it, not really flooring it. Flooring, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard from other people switching to 85 too, like not even in this combination, just like even in turbo cars and stuff, they pick up like more mid-range torque, and then they do like peak power. Like you'll see it under the curve more than you will see
right, guys, so that's it for this video. I was gonna record this on my camera, might be a little different quality. I wanted to check it out. I just got a new phone, and it's a 13 Pro, and it's got a cinematic mode, and I wanted to check it out. Dude, that's kind of sick. All right, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Wasn't too much of a exciting video, as much as it was like informative. If you guys are looking to do this to your Silverado, was pretty easy, and you guys can use this video as guidance. And then next thing is we're gonna take the truck to the track on May 28th to Lapeer, and I'm gonna take my truck, and then Ryan's gonna take his, and we're gonna see the difference, what it did from 93 to E85. We're hoping it's enough to get him into the 14s. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next vlog.